and I love the controversy.
I'm not here to be politically correct. I'm here to tell it like it is.
You know, whenever I start talking, it just set people off. You know my infamous question that nobody has answered yet. What is the difference between a booty call and a hoe?
A hoe gets paid.
No, a prostitute gets paid.
Yeah.
Okay, a prostitute gets paid. Okay.
A hoe and a booty call are the same.
One and the same. I think they're one and the same.
You know, but then the good men, you know, women are always saying, I can't find a good man, I can't find a man that's going to commit. You know, but you're not giving them feminine energy. You're coming up like a man. And a man don't want another man. If I'm sitting here and I'm aggressive and I'm like, yeah, you blah, 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 you need to step up your game, and you weak, and you this and that and the other, blah, blah, blah.
Emasculating.
You know, why are you going to turn around and be like, oh, baby, I'm going to do better? Because I just want to be with you, so I'm going to do better.
No.
You're going to look at her just like that.
Yeah. And walk away. Walk away.
But then they don't know why they say
got up and walked away before she finished doing it.
It's them.
You know, why you always blaming women? I'm like, because you know what? There are some women that you interact with as a woman, and their attitude is so stank, you don't even want to deal with them. So the baseline woman finds herself in a never-ending pursuit of dead-end, meaningless relationships to satisfy her need to feel loved, never knowing or understanding that what she is in need of is to be loved. The final point is what she needs is seeking her, but cannot find her because she's never where she should be. You know, while
she's supposed to know where she should.
While she's doing the booty call, that's not where she should be. You know, while she with somebody else's husband, that's not where she should be. And who wants to be number two? I mean,
a lot of women.
So those are the women that, you know, they say they have self-esteem and everything, but those are the women who would really rather have a piece of man than no man.
Yeah. Well,
there's some people that think they got it right. Just because it's what you do doesn't mean it's right. It's just what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, but they think they got it right, and you may not be able to reach them. They may feel that, you know, you can hear certain women and know that they got self-esteem issues. Mm-hmm. But if you tell them that, they're going to fight you tooth and nail.
Yes, they will.
You know, and like you said, we don't tell each other different stuff. You see a woman that's got a bad attitude, another woman ain't going to tell her she got a bad attitude. She just going to, you know.
She's going to talk about it behind her back.
That's mostly what she's going to do.
But we're living in a time now where people don't want to accept and receive good advice. They just don't. They believe that their situation somehow is going to turn out different. Mm-hmm. You know, I've got this man and I'm seeing him, and he's married, and you got a woman telling you, girl, you don't want to do that because this is going to happen, that's going to happen, that's going to happen. Somehow in her mind, she thinks it's going to turn out different.
Right. She's insane.
Her situation is going to turn out different.
You keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
Even if you can show her 50 women that did it and it turned out to be a disaster, she's going to think number 51, she's going to be the one where it's going to turn out.
She's the exception to the rule. That everybody thinks they're going to be the exception to the rule.
And then that tells you that a great many men and women have serious ego issues in this day and age. We are very egotistical people. Mm-hmm. We do not want to be told we're wrong. Mm-hmm. We don't want to be, no matter how you gift wrap it. You can be as nice and sweet. You can be as nice, and it doesn't matter. If I feel that you're transgressing against what you telling me what I'm doing is wrong, I'm upset. I'm angry. You know.
Now you don't want to deal with it. You don't want to talk no more because now it's not talking no more. It's more so now it's going to get violent or
you're not agreeing with my mess.
Exactly.
You're not agreeing with my mess.
You just have to. I mean, you know, what do we do? How do we fix that? How do we come to a black woman and say, you know, if you don't have that attitude, or if you don't act that way, maybe something different would happen for you.
But it's affecting black women more because we are the culture that's getting married the least.
See, and you know, and again, being around white women, because I've worked with them for a long time, And the way it is with a lot of times with white women, once they feel like you don't want them, and they get comfortable with you as a black man, then they'll open up with you and tell you a lot of things. They are no different than a lot of our black women are, sexually or anything like that. The only difference
That's
is...
the myth, though, right?
The myth is that they're different. Yeah, the myth is that they're not.
Want to put that out there.
They're not. The key is that they still hold fast to tradition. And so do their men. Okay? So I'm going to tell you another thing. One of the reasons, one of the big reasons why most of our women are single has to do with us as black men. A lot of it is us.
And we're going to need to explore that as well.
But those white women are not, they'll go to college and they will wreak havoc with alcohol and men and partying and all of that. They do all of that. They're really, in many cases, worse than the sisters are. But somewhere between 24, 25, and 26, they get it together. And they say, okay, I partied at college, I did the beer bongs and all of that, Jaeger bombs. Now it's time to get a husband and have some children and go into that phase of my life.
It's like they have steps.
They have steps, and what helps them is they have a white male counterpart that agrees and says, yes, it's time. So she has a man, and then she doesn't have a lot of the hang-ups black women. Let me tell you something. A white woman will marry a white guy, doesn't really care how he looks, as long as he's a provider and he's successful. If you're not looking right, black women ain't gonna have you. They don't like unattractive men. You know, the whole SEAL thing with
Lord.
See, she just did it. You see that?
Is that Heidi Klum?
Heidi Klum. Okay.
Jesus.
I was talking to a woman and I said, we were talking about interracial relationships, and I said, well, look at SEAL. She said, well, she can have him. That's one they can have.
Wow.
I said, well, this is a successful guy, has a successful singing career. Jeff, he ugly. I can't have.
But you know what? And I'm gonna tell you this. You know the thing. This is something
I'm serious.
That okay, my daddy. You know, I'm a daddy's girl. I grew up with my parents still married. Anyway, my daddy told me, he taught me and showed me that a man is supposed to be a provider. Right. He takes care of his family. Right. You know, that's what they do. Right. And that's what I heard ever since I don't know how long. So that's just what's in my head. Now, the women in my family, include my mom, they told me to marry light skin with curly hair so that my kids would be cute. So, you know, and ironically, that is what I married. And both of my kids, even though they have different fathers, both of their fathers are light skinned. I didn't do that on purpose.
Yeah, you did.
No, you know what?
Stop.
Because if you're raised with that in your head, it's what comes out. Now, see, honestly, I don't have a preference. I like what I like when I like it. When I see it and I like it, that's just what I like. Right. It just so happens.
So it can be short?
No, it can't be short.
Okay, so don't say.
No, it can't be short.
I like what I like when I see it. Don't do because you know why I brought that up. Because I heard you say it.
It don't have to be light skin with curly hair. Now, the other thing I'm going to say is the man that I married was a provider.
Okay.
He fit all of the stuff. He just happened to fit all the stuff. And the men that I tend to date generally have the thought process that the man is, you know, the head of the household and the provider. Okay. I tend to get with men who have more traditional type values. Right. So just like you're saying, you know, the white women, it's okay, at this point, this is what's going on. They have their counterpart. It's a lot harder, much harder in the black community to find a black man that actually still has traditional values.
No, it's tough.
It's hard because they've grown up watching their single parent mother do everything. Exactly. So they don't have that whole family man head of household because there was no man as the head of household.
They've never seen
so when you talk about provider and head of, there was a guy that wanted to date me and we had a phone conversation and he said, the woman that I bring up in here, she gonna have to take over half the mortgage. I said, it was nice talking to you. So it's not that I won't do it, but
it was something
I refuse to be expected to do it.
Right.
Because I expect for, like, the guy that I'm dating now, no matter how much money I make, he taking care of the house. Not because I said so, but that's how he, like, this is my household. You know, you my woman. I'm supposed to, and those are the kind of men that I'm drawn to.
Yeah,
regardless of what I can do from my end, it's what he thinks he's supposed to do. It's all about the thought process.
So you got to have a man that's meeting you mentally in that same arena.
Yes.
You know,
whether I wind up paying half or not. I'm not saying I wouldn't pay half.
So you saying you could never be with that cat that's gonna get comfortable.
Right.
What you doing?
That expects me to walk in and do it. When he said, you know, I need a woman to come up in here and take over half of the mortgage, I'm like, okay. Well, you gonna need to keep looking for her because that ain't me.
So what if the guy's, you know, banging you like you want to be banged?
He ain't never gonna get none if that's his mentality.
Well, hopefully he doesn't say it like that. A smart guy wouldn't say that.
No, I'm gonna have a conversation with you and I'm gonna ask those questions
dating again, because when you're traditionally dating, you find those things out.
Yep.
You're asking questions. You're giving and you're taking.
And you know, we were talking about our beliefs, and you know, to me, part of dating and getting to know a person, because I know that my beliefs and traditional whatever is not that common, I've learned the questions to ask to get that out of a person.
Pull it out.
You know, and so when he said what he said, I knew where his mind frame was. And it don't make him a bad person. And there is a woman that will come to him and that will come ready to do half. It just is not me.
Now, I've had a woman tell me this. She said to me that if we together and we're living in the house together, like you said, I'm the man of the house, I take care of the house. Which means if she's working, her money is her money. She does what she wants to do with her money. Now, my thing is, thank you. If you are in a relationship, married, I'm going to say married. If you're married, then I believe that the money comes in together. Because it's no more my money, your money. You know, we have our little money when we go. Like my little hobby is I like to play pool.
Okay.
So I go play pool. You know, and I use the little money that I have.
You got your pool budget money.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, now I'm sure she has her little things. You go get her hers.
We all do. Yeah.
Exactly. But the house is our house. It's not my house, because when we divorce, somehow it becomes so if I'm the man of my house, I'm paying my bills in my house.
Right.
How do you walk away with
the house?
My house. You understand what I'm saying? Do you hear me?
I feel you.
You understand? So if we come in together,
it's together.
We love together.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on the man and the woman getting together, and it's really kind of ironing all of that out in the dating process. You know, we all have how we were raised, and being in my house, we come together and pool what we have. Okay, but traditionally, the way it's really supposed to be,
man is supposed to take care of the house.
He's supposed to take care of the house, and the house is supposed to be ran off of his salary. It really is.
Yeah, but the way
that's good economics.
Now,
it's good economics.
Exactly, and that's fine.
But I'm gonna tell you why that's not going to work.
Economy.
Tell you why that's not going to work. Well, not only just the economy, because if you have a job, whatever your job is, everything is supposed to be purchased and done and ran off of a man's salary. But that will never work, because many women are not going to want to live off one salary. Because see, one salary is only going to buy a certain kind of house.
Yeah.
It's only going to buy a certain kind of car.
Yeah.
And a lot of our women, their girlfriend house can't look as good as they. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, but see, if you got a situation where you live off one salary, it goes back to the economy. You can live better. See, because now you can bank her salary.
Yeah.
Or do the fun stuff with her salary.
Right.
But the problem is, most sisters want more. They want more. So now you living off of both. So my aim and my whole goal is to sit my wife down to the point where I can, you know, pay for everything, and everything is working off of what I make.
And you know what?
That's my goal.
My aim and my goal in my relationship is to sit my man down Because I don't like for him to work, because he worked too much. But I know it's not going to happen.
That's the reason why you want to do that, because now if he had an...
But now if he didn't have that mentality where he thought he was the provider, we would never even be together.
Well,
even though I don't mind taking care of him.
Exactly, but the reason he does, but if he was home after 5 o'clock, 9 to 5, then you would be okay.
But he would be miserable. He's just not a 9 to 5 person.
Well, most guys.
So I'm gonna have to buy him like a whole fleet of trucks so that he could just have all these employees and still have his own thing going on. We can we can buy this property and have that income
so
coming
nice
in.
to have a woman like that.
I can do.
Yes, she got it all. Yeah, she got it all planned out.
We can travel and I can have my boo.
What's his name?
He's just wonderful.
What is his name?
His name is Boo.
Who?
Boo.
Boo. What?
His name is Boo.
Well, hey,
Boo. Well, on that note,
are there any pictures on Facebook
of Boo?
Of Boo.
My Boo?
I'm not gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. No one go there.
There might be a couple pictures of
Boo want to stay behind the scenes, and it's wise for Boo to stay behind the scenes.
A couple, well, just like you couldn't tell us how many a lot was.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Okay, so we're gonna leave a couple alone.
Okay, all right.
On that note, we are going to wrap up our first segment of No Holds Barred with my wonderful co-hosts Keith K.D. King and Jeff Robertson. And let's let Jeff say his final words first tonight. The new kid on the block.
Final words is it's been really great to share and to promote dialogue. It's cool because I know Xavia has this passion for relationships, and I thank God for that because it's needed. It's very, very desperately needed. And sometimes I ask myself, how does she keep going with this? But if it's your passion, it's your passion. We need it in our community because in our community, relationships are in bad shape. So I like to say to the audience, you can get a lot out of these. You know, really listen and grab the knowledge that you need. Don't be so egotistical or whatever to not get that what you need. Grab it and use it and apply it to your life, because that's why we're doing it. We're not doing it because we ain't got nothing else to do. Right. We're doing it because we're hoping that it will help somebody. And if it helps you, drop a line, right?
Yep.
Inbox, drop a line, say, hey, I got a lot out of it, because you want to feel, and I know she wants to feel like she's helping somebody. So I like to be a part of any project that's designed to help somebody. So I thank you for having me on. I enjoyed it and looking forward to future shows.
Me too. All right, Mr.
Well, you know, first I want to say, hey, it's good to have a male point of view. Jeff, I'm glad you've been here, and I'm sure you're going to come back, and we can do this more and more. And like you said, get something out of this, because relationships, especially for black people, we don't have that anymore. And everybody, which for myself, I know I don't want to leave this earth alone. And if you don't know how to be in a relationship, we're going to try to give you what we know, or something that we've been in, and we're trying to help you if you've been in the same situation. Because pretty much all of us have been in the same situation, you know. So get something out of this. Inbox. Let us know if we're helping you. Or even if you don't like some of the things that we're saying. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry. They know what to do. Trust me on that one. Let us. You can go bypass that one. They know. I'm gonna have to say this. I promised X that I was gonna be more on Facebook with you know, involving myself in the conversations, and I promised her that, and I am going to do that. I'm glad to be back. It's good to be back with X, you know, because second season,
most watched show from last season.
Exactly. So let's make this doubly more, if that's a word. Doubly.
Oh, we gonna start your own dictionary.
Let's build this up.
Because last year we had enlightened.
Let's build this up to something that's going to not only help us, but also help everyone out there that's watching this. And we want to see everybody and talk to everybody that has any type of problems with relationships. Because I know I've had mine.
Yeah.
X has had hers.
Yeah. We all
Jeff has
have.
had. So
absolutely.
let us know, man, because this is it's fun while we're doing this, and you know, you're watching us, you see our body language. We're enjoying this.
Right.
Well, me myself, from what I see, and the connection that we have, it's great. You know, and like I said, Jeff, man. Let's do this, boy. Let's do this, man. Let's do this. So that's all I gotta say. I'm happy to be back, baby. It's so good to. Now.
Okay. Well, as you can see, why I want to add the Blog Talk Radio so that we can actually interact with you guys. It would have been great to have your input tonight.
Absolutely.
Even though we definitely had our own input, but it would have really been great to be able to have you guys live talking back at us and, you know, in the chat room and with your questions. So look forward to that. We're going to have that up and running by our next taping.
Wow.
Yeah, I already got the page there. I just got to figure out how to work the Blog Talk thing. I'm kind of,
that'll be cool.
I'm a little challenged on some stuff. But it has been a really great show. I've definitely enjoyed it. And, you know, if what you're doing is not giving you the result that you're looking for, sometimes you need to take Michael Jackson's advice and look at the man in the mirror. Because it's not always the other person. The common denominator in the situation is you.
That's it.
So you may need, I know it's hard sometimes to think that maybe you're not doing it right, but maybe you're not doing it right. I don't know. But you are definitely encouraged and welcome to comment. You know, you can see us on YouTube, of course, which is probably where you're watching. And so you can definitely leave a comment right under there. Of course, we're all going to have the show on our Facebook pages, so you are welcome to start any conversations that you might like. You know, whatever any of us said that you agreed with, or probably in me and Jeff's case disagreed with.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get security for this segment of the
I
show.
got y'all's back. You ain't gotta worry about this.
All right.
I got you.
Good.
6'5".
Okay.
All right.
Do this.
He got this. He's sitting in front of the door.
That's right. No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Letting you know that.
our next show is that one that you've been waiting for. We talked about it last season. Iris Berry and Alternative Fitness. And you know what it is? We are getting on the pole.
Yes.
Pole fitness.
Can't wait to see that.
And it is going to be quite interesting.
Are you getting on the pole?
I ain't getting on the pole.
I'm going to try and get on the pole. You don't have to get on the
Oh,
pole.
okay.
No,
I'm trying to figure out where I fit into that.
You watch it.
I'm watching. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Stay tuned.
I mean, we can help, like hold a leg.
Okay.
I don't want no trouble. Okay.
So
I'm watching.
make sure you tune in next week as we have Iris Berry and Alternative Fitness and the Pole Fitness, because you know you don't have to go to the gym to get in shape. And when you see Iris's body, she doesn't do the gym. And cardio, I think she does 50 minutes of pole every day. Yeah, so you don't have to go to the gym to get in shape. And her arms, oh my goodness.
You haven't seen her, Jeff?
No.
Wait,
Yes.
She got Michelle Obama arms.
Yeah. It's awesome. So make sure you tune in for that. And we are filming this the day before Whitney Houston's funeral, so we would like to give our condolences to the family and definitely to her daughter, Bobby Christina.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Whitney. And on that note, we are out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.